This is your poorly aging, sarcastic, PC witty gamer right here. And I'm playing The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. And I'm going to start a new character because I found some ways to have a lot of less glitches in it. So here we go, and if you've watched my other videos,
born 87 years ago.
That would explain
For
all the
65 years,
wrinkles
I've
in your
ruled as
face.
Tamriel's emperor.
You're gonna hear some of the same
But
jokes
for
I did
all
before.
these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
Pity.
I have seen the gates of Oblivion.
We all have since
beyond
2006.
which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land.
Leave Doom out of this. That's a different Bethesda game. No cross promotions here.
This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433.
Is it gonna be on the test?
These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
How do you know this? Did you read the script? Yay! Bethesda! Yay! Elder Scrolls V, Oblivion. Yay, Remastered. Looks great. Although I'm seeing some screen tearing, which I didn't see before. Okay, here we go. I'm really liking this game, but I like starting it more than anything else. I'm looking for purple here. So, a lot is going to depend on, now see, I would play an Argonian, but I can't get a purple skin tone or even a bluish one. So I go back to race. Now, I don't think I can get, it's not gonna let me do blue skin here either, so. I love my blue dark elves. Can't do a blue dark elf here. Just isn't complaining, I want to play somebody blue or purple. And so I will. And that probably means I have to go Khajiit. But I'm double checking first. And I get it, they don't have to allow that, but I had that in my mods before. I know I can do him with purple skin. So, we're just double checking. Different greens, although the dark green looks pretty good. So Orc is possible, and Khajiit is possible for this one. I don't think there's a lot of difference in skin tone with the red guards. Although I could go very black. I like the very black. I do like that. So that's a possibility. I could be a very black red guard. And just to show you what I mean with the Khajiit, you don't do it with the... See, you can... See, look at that. That is just plain gorgeous. That is hard to pass up. One thing I will say about these Bethesda games is most people don't know what you've chosen. They're completely oblivious to all of these things. They don't call Khajiit. They don't know males from females or any of that. We had our previous character was named Khajiit, and I think I'm going to do that again, merely because he can be purple. I like purple, although, like I said, I liked the really dark black red guard. That was pretty cool. And I might do one of those at some point. I don't know. I didn't look at what benefits let's look, but then I'll have to reset my guy. So let's look at the many weapon and armor styles. Natural resistance to disease and poison. So the problem with that is I don't use weapons. Hardly at all do I use weapons. So that's why I'm going to go back to Palatine. Now wait a minute. Oh yeah, Palatine's the one I want. Yeah, this'll be it. Yeah, Khajiit. What do you got against Khajiit? It's a perfectly good name for a Khajiit. Why is it not allowing it? I'll type it in again. Khajiit. Oh, I have to hit It says enter select, but you actually have to hit continue. Now I get over here in this corner, and that's when I set up my magic. So I hit R, heal minor wounds, I always put under 5. Night Eye, which I don't even think I'm going to use, I put under 1. Clairvoyance, I'll put under 2. I have almost never used Clairvoyance. I don't know what Eye of Fear is. Flare, as in Ric Flair, I will put under 6. And then I test them before I do anything else. And you'll notice I get experience in restoration even if I'm not hurt. So my restoration has increased already, even though I wasn't damaged at all. So I don't know if they left that in there for nostalgia. I have found, by the way, some bugs in the game. Like I was doing the mage quest in Anvil, and I was supposed to be following Quill Weave around Anvil to watch her plant something, but she went to Coral, so the quest was undoable until she got back to Anvil. And as long as I was in Anvil, she wasn't going to return to Anvil, and I had to find this out through trial and error. I just put in a console command to give me more carry weight, because that's something I miss from my mods. And you can call it a cheat all you want. That's fine. When I loot my enemies, I want to be able to loot whatever I want from them, and I want to go sell them because I want to have a high mercantile skill and all of that. And everybody who heard all this in my previous videos, thank you for being along for more than one video. I appreciate it. I've had a lot of trouble since my computer got working again. I had a lot of technical troubles recording any videos, and so these are the first ones. 3 days ago, I got my first videos that actually worked, recorded. I had trouble with different recording software where I'd have a black screen or the wrong resolution, or my voice wouldn't be in them, or whatever. And so to me, this is a strong comeback. I've done some 30 hours of the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remaster, and most of it is usable in YouTube. Some of it wasn't, but most of it is usable in YouTube, and so I'm happy about that. Of course, I'm going to do other games, but this is a big game. I think it's the biggest game that came out this year, but I'm a huge Bethesda fan, and so of course I'm going to think that. And we are going to start the game. Don't worry, I'm just playing with the fact that I can increase. There are little things about Oblivion that I wouldn't call bugs, but they're kind of strange, like the fact that you can just jump all around all the time when you don't need to jump in the game, and it's going to increase your acrobatic skill. I think you can throw fire and have your destruction skill go up even if you don't have a target. I know in Oblivion and Skyrim, your lockpicking skill goes up even when you fail at lockpicking. So there's things like that. And I got into a realm of Oblivion in my last playthrough where, to be honest, I couldn't figure out how to get out. And it was frustrating me. I could have used a cheat command to just get somewhere else in the game. And I thought, you know, now that I know how to play the game with maybe it never crashing again, I'd like to start a whole new playthrough and enjoy that. These videos are going to be longer. I mean, look, we're 17 minutes into it and nobody's even talked to me yet. So yeah, they're going to be longer. I'm going to remove my handcuffs because I can. I just think he looks terrific, by the way, that purple hair. If you like the purple hair, remember to like and subscribe. Put your comments down below. Share this link with your friends, your enemies, your MySpace, your Facebook, your X, your TikTok, your LinkedIn, your True Social. Whatever social media platforms you use, email it to people. Spam it to folks. Who cares? You notice down here, because I put in that console command, it says that I can carry 30,000 units. I don't know if they're pounds or kilograms or some other form of weight measurement that they have only on that planet, but yeah, I can carry 30,000 now. Just putting that in. Anyway, let's get this show on the road.
Wake up, kitty kitty. That's it.
No,
There's a rat in my
Kashkeet.
Tasty rat.
Kashkeet.
Does the
Really?
kitty want it? Is the kitty hungry? You'd better take whatever you can get in here, Khajiit. They don't feed the new prisoners. Didn't you know that? First, they starve you. Then, they beat you. Then, if you're lucky, they kill you. That's right. You're going to die in here.
You're such a nice guy.
You hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Forrest, lock that door behind us.
Yes, sir. My sons. They're dead, aren't they?
Yep.
We don't know that, sire. The messenger.
Oh,
only
we don't
said
know
they
that.
were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
Then why'd you ask,
What's this
Picard?
prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
So the watch usually
Never
makes
mind. Get that
mix-ups?
gate open.
What a terrible watch.
Stand back,
Fire
prisoner.
them all.
We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
No
Well,
sign of
that's
the
nice
sensor.
of you.
Stay put,
Good.
prisoner.
Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
Stay, boy. Stay.
You. I've seen you.
Have you?
Let me see your face.
You don't want to see
are the
my
one
face.
from my dreams.
Pervert.
Then the stars were right. And this is the day.
This is the
Gods
day.
give
This
me
is the day.
strength.
There's only one God. You're very confused, old man, dressed in a very frilly stuff. You sound like that guy from Star Trek, by the way. Star Trek: The Next Generation, not the good Star Trek. I'm kidding. Next Generation was good. Don't write me hate mail. What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next.
Lucky
my
you.
blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to
tell me
that
your
escape
secrets.
route leads through your cell.
Really? Wow, it seems like this has been happening to me again and again and again ever since 2006. By the way, why am I in jail? Are you the one that put me in jail? Did you oversee my trial or anything?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet.
I thought you said
As
it was by
for what
chance.
you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
Now, first of all, you're coming across as some highly educated, reigning emperor or something, and then you say that's not what you'll be remembered for. You shouldn't end sentences in prepositions. It makes you look uneducated. And then you said that by chance your escape route leads through my cell, and then you said the gods placed me here. So is this all by chance, or did the gods place me here? Do you believe in chance or determination? Oh, you don't want to answer. Great. By the way, old men coming into my cell telling me they've been dreaming about me. It's kind of creepy. Who are you?
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I
only one god.
serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
I can go my own way, go my own way.
So do we all. But what path can be avoided whose end is fixed by the almighty gods?
Please, sire, we
There's
must keep
only
moving.
one God. We've been over this, dude.
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Don't try anything. I'm watching you.
Looks
Well,
like this is your lucky day.
That's a
Just
handy
stay out
trick.
of our way.
I wish I'd known about it 3-4 days ago, like the last time I had a meal. Dude, you're getting in my way. I'm trying to guard the Emperor with my life. Or something that matters.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
Now these guys, they're wearing heavy armor.
For the Emperor!
But when they die, their armor magically disappears
You all
and
right,
they're wearing
sire?
robes.
We're clear for now.
Captain Reno?
She's dead. Sorry, sire, but we have to keep moving.
They didn't even check her to see if she was dead. They just decided she was dead. And I can't loot her,
How could they be waiting for us
her
here?
armor. Notice this now. They're wearing Mythic Dawn hoods and Mythic Dawn robes. But at the beginning of this game, everybody acts like it's a big mystery. Who was trying to kill the Emperor and all of that? It's not a mystery. They're wearing a uniform. So at the most you could say somebody set up the Mythic Dawn to make it look like they were the ones conspiring to kill him. But the other option is the Mythic Dawn is trying to kill him. They're wearing a uniform, people. Why are you confused about who's doing it?
Don't know, but it's too late to go back. Now, don't worry, sire. We will get you out of here.
But the weirdest thing about them is that they were wearing heavy armor that disappears as soon as
I'll
they
take
die.
point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
I'm over here, idiot. Nice roaches, by the way. That's really what Oblivion needed, was roaches to be added to places. Rats! Rat me, that's all I ever heard. Rat me, how I learned to hate the word. Rat me, it bugs me. She's dead. How is she stopping me from taking her armor off? I mean, I don't have the best armor in the world. I might want to wear her armor. Especially since I have no armor of my own. If only there were armor in this next room. Which looks gorgeous, especially as compared to how it looked when this game first launched. Years and years ago. Like 19 years ago. Which is also very weird. What are they going to put out on the 20th anniversary when they've now blown their... They've blown everything by putting this out on the 19th anniversary. So unless they've got an Oblivion 2 in the works, which I highly doubt, the 20th anniversary isn't going to be nearly as good as Oblivion's 19th year. And by the way, this skeleton is very interesting. I should have mentioned it before I looted the body. But it had, look at this. It had rough leather boots and rough leather cuirass. It's a skeleton. Where was it hiding it? We should have been able to see the rough leather cuirass and the rough leather boots if it was wearing it. Rat me, that's all they... Oh, we already did that song. Now, in this game, unlike other games where you just would have to equip the bow, you notice if you just equip the bow, you can't do anything. You have to equip the bow and the arrows as well, separately. Again, not a complaint, just pointing it out that merely equipping the bow doesn't tell the game, hey, I want to use a bow and arrow. I pulled back because I thought I heard another rat. And so I thought if there was another rat here, I would killify it. But I don't see one, so. You open the door with iron key. Shouldn't that be the iron key? Boom. Now that's where the heavy armor is. Now, one of the things that's interesting, by the way, I don't know why I'm suddenly encumbered when I'm only carrying 198 of 30,000. But I could fix this with yet another console command. And these are the only ones I will use. Wait a minute, that's not the one I intended to give it. Oh yeah, that is the one I intended to give it. That's fine. Okay. Did it take off my rough leather boots? It still has me encumbered. That's weird. Okay. That's weird. I'm gonna fix this. Because I don't like being encumbered. Still encumbered. Unless this is a... That should not be happening. I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna obsess on this forever. Okay, that should fix it then. Okay, rats. Rats. Thank you. You don't see any zombies in here, but you see plenty of zombies. Not my best joke. If you stay tuned, you'll get better jokes. I am, of course, sneaking around everywhere here. Because I want to build up my sneak, and you will see that when I create my own unique character class. That's one of the neat things about the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. You can create your own character classes. One weird thing about creating your own character class, however, is they are not saved for your next playthrough. So I find myself essentially creating the same character class again and again and again every time I start this game. And essentially the same character classes I created in 2006, I am still creating today. And by today, I literally mean today, because I am playing it today and will be creating a character class today. Nice roaches. I think they're just visual though. I've never seen anybody interact with the roaches. In this game. And you will see that they did something strange with the merchants in this game as well. If I remember to point it out, I should just point it out now. The merchants don't ever spend any money. Oh, you get money when you sell something to a merchant, but the merchant doesn't actually lose any money out of their own inventory when they do it. They did in the 2006 version. And I think people complained because the merchant would run out of money. So when you were using, say, one of the mods I like that would let you carry all the weight you wanted, you would loot 100 bodies, you know, of the enemies you encountered. And then you'd get to a merchant, and the merchant would run out of money fairly early on. So then you had to go to multiple cities just to unload the crap you got off of the guys you defeated. Early on, and so the whole game becomes for you just finding merchants you could sell to, because all of them had limited funds, very limited funds. And so it's a completely different game than I believe what the creators of the game intended. You are looking good, dude. Yeah, I know, I don't understand that tutorial, so don't give it to me. I honestly don't get how to... This is one part that I think they made more complicated. And there doesn't seem to be a way to remove any of these. Maybe if you go back, oh okay, if you go back and click on the ones you already have in, you can remove them. To try and come up with combinations that will although there's 4 things in there and only 3 on top here, so now I can finally create one potion. Now I've created 2 potions. Okay, I'm starting to get this now. Thanks for sticking with me while I went through what I think is a more complicated, harder to learn potion creation system. Okay, we've created some potions now, and we look good doing it. Now, I don't know why we're holding a sword in our hand. We haven't used a sword in this game, and remember, I told it to use the bow and arrow. So I don't know where it got the idea that it should be using a sword. And before you write to me and say that I'm mispronouncing everything, some of it I'm doing on purpose because I think it's funny. Some of it I'm doing because I think they purposely made things hard to pronounce. And some of it I'm doing because I don't know how to pronounce it. In no case am I soliciting advice on how to properly pronounce them. Remember, I'm here making fun of myself, making fun of the games, making fun of gamers, making fun of my life, our lives. Having fun, not getting upset about anything, not picking fights with anyone. Now, the people that made Blockbuster Inc. might disagree. They might think I was picking a fight with them when I said nobody should buy their software. That was different. They made a game which they said was a movie-making tycoon game. I proved that you could make hundreds of billions of dollars in that game without making any movies whatsoever. So I proved it was not a movie-making tycoon game. That's different. And I still would say I wasn't picking a fight, but they might disagree. And for anybody watching this going, that's not how I play Oblivion. Yeah, that's part of the point as well. It isn't that I play Oblivion better than you. It is. It's a role-playing game. I can play it differently than you, and you can play it differently than me, and we can both be right. These games specifically were made for different play styles. I tend to play conflicted characters that don't admit that they're conflicted. What do I mean by that? Well, my characters think of themselves as good guys. They wouldn't do anything that they knew to be purely evil. And yet, they got no problems being in the Thieves Guild or even the Dark Brotherhood. And obviously in the Dark Brotherhood, you're carrying out murders for money. They just look beyond that for the main reason we all do, which is in video games, we do what people ask us to do because they're quest givers. And I made whole videos about that. It's really weird. We'll do almost anything a quest giver asks us to do. In this game, people will come up to you and say, hey, somebody stole this dagger from me, will you go get this dagger? And they'll tell you where it is. So first, it's bizarre that you would know where they took your stuff. And we're constantly surrounded by city guards, soldiers, all of that. Yet instead of going to one of them, they go to a complete stranger. And you get to this dank cave, and you find out that the dagger in question, which is worth like 2 septims usually, is guarded by like 35 people that you have to murder.
Until help arrives.
35
Help?
people
What makes you think help will get
that
here
you have to
before
murder
this
in
matters?
order
We need
to
to get the Emperor out of here.
For the
again,
blades
they're in
and the Emperor!
armor until they die.
Damn it! It's that prisoner again. Kill him.
So
He might be working with the assassins.
you find out that this dagger is defended by like 35 people. So you have to murder these 35 people to get this dagger back. You're given 2 septims for it if you're lucky. And why did they trust you in the first place? If this is such a family heirloom, how did they know you, as a total stranger, won't just take it to a pawn shop? Especially after they've told you how valuable it is to them and their family. I have an alternate explanation, but we can't get to it right now because we have to pick our birth sign and hear bad English.
They cannot understand why I trust you.
Nobody can.
They've
They
not
haven't
seen
read the...
what I've seen. How
You
can
promised
I
not to
explain?
tell. Please
Listen,
don't.
You know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
The Nine, is this, what, a baseball team? I don't know. I don't think about
I've
it.
served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire,
Numberless
and
spark?
every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder, which sign marked your birth?
Wait a minute. There aren't numberless Spocks. There's 2 Spocks. Really, it's one character of Spock played by 2 different guys. Mainly played by Leonard Nimoy, and he was in the Star Trek before you showed up. So not numberless Spock. And then in the reboot, or the prequel, or whatever, he's played by a different guy. But still, one Spock. Okay, you want to know what sign marked my birth? We'll go with Mage because it fits us the most.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My
What's a
death,
path?
a necessary end, will come when it will come.
Dude, everything comes when it comes. The rats came when they came. Okay? You came into my cell when you came into my cell. That idiot across the way began to taunt me when he began to taunt me. So saying something will come when it will come is idiotic. Okay? It says nothing other than you're not using your head. Maybe you're senile. So I'm going to ask you a question. Now concentrate on this. What about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the mage shall light your way on the paths of glory.
Okay, that's pretty good. Now, I don't really fit into this armor I've got on, and so I need you to be honest. Just look at me. Can you see my fat?
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
I don't know what a heart is, but you sound like you might be on drugs. Have you been hitting the skooma pipe? And by the way, speaking of people not fitting into their uniforms, aren't you afraid to diet?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
Yeah, you're not making the least bit of sense. Speaking of hours, we've been at this almost an hour, and we haven't really gotten anywhere. So I think we should get more on task. So let's consider for a minute, where are we going?
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
Pot? I don't know what pot means. You got anything for me, dude? Hello?
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
I don't like your beard. I like the other guy better, and your eyes are messed up. And when I say the other guy, I mean the guy that played Boris before you. What can you tell me about Uriel's septum?
My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
You do realize you didn't say anything about Uriel's septum in a question about Uriel's septum. You made it about yourself. So since you want to talk about yourself, tell me about the Blades.
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this.
Don't yell.
Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
Okay, you're not capable of answering questions either. I think you learned well from the Emperor, if he's really an Emperor, which I doubt.
Be seeing you. There's no time to talk now, prisoner. We've got to keep moving.
Dude. Is he really an assassin if he hasn't assassinated anybody?
Oblivion, take you!
Prisoner! Prisoner, help the Emperor!
Dude, I was helping him. By the way, those boots look stupid on you.
Protect the Emperor!
Now, notice I showed you the boots on these guys. They don't have boots on now. So I looted their bodies. Where are the boots in my inventory? They're not there. can see this again. See, they're wearing boots. Loot the body. Barefoot. No boots in my inventory. Magic disappearing boots, just like the magic disappearing heavy armor.
Hold up. I don't like this. Let me take a look.
Let me check this gate for you guys. Okay, the gate's barred from the other side. Don't bother checking it.
We're almost through to the sewers.
Yeah, don't bother checking this gate here, okay? We're all a team. I already checked. So, hello.
Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side.
I told you that, idiot.
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go.
These guys don't even listen to me. They want me to keep the Emperor alive, but they won't even listen to me when I tell them what's going on. They're waiting for me to go in there. Oh yeah, this looks like a perfectly safe place.
Wait here, sire.
No Emperor would ever be
Wait here with
killed
the
here.
Emperor. Guard him with your life.
God for the Emperor!
I'm a stranger to you. You met me in a jail cell. Oh, you idiots. Anything you'd like to discuss, MP Poo?
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants.
Who's the
He must not
Prince of
have the
Destruction?
Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone
Joffrey?
knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
I'm more worried about the flaws of Oblivion, actually.
Stranger, you chose a...
And your heavy armor's gone again, and so are your shoes.
Talos, save us.
You failed, dude.
We failed.
I did.
Failed.
You failed.
The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead.
Not
The
exactly.
amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
He probably left it in his bedroom this morning. I have no idea. You know, he's a forgetful old man. Okay, you're not buying that one. The Emperor gave it to me.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
It was a wedding gift, mainly. A lot of people forget the fact that Patrick Stewart, the guy playing the Emperor, is actually, well, a gay. Okay. Too soon? I must take it to Jeffrey.
Joffrey? He said
Jeffrey!
that? Why?
There is another hair.
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to
Jeffrey.
know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
In the city of Coral, challenging the eye, is the Waynon Priory. How do I get there?
First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
The sewers.
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're experienced enough to handle them. Am I right?
Oh, that's funny. Usually he says you're an experienced acrobat or an experienced this or that or whatever. This time, he didn't guess. So, now we're making our class. We're checking it twice. Okay, so I will explain this class in a moment. And again, it always has the same attributes. I wish once I create this that, you know, it'd be saved on the drive, and so I wouldn't have to create it again and again and again. But this is what is known as the coward class. Why is it called the coward class? Well, everybody's playing as a hero here, and they want to get up, you know, and fight toe-to-toe in your face and all that. Use a little dagger, stick it between your ribs, and maybe they've got a shield in the other hand and stuff like that. They want to be right there. They want to feel your breath on them. They want to get your blood on them. I'm the opposite. I stand back, I lob magic at you from as far away as possible, and if I run out of magicka, I want to shoot arrows at you. I don't want to be anywhere near you. I'm a coward, not a hero. And so we call this class, not the adventurer class, it is the coward class. Yes, create coward class. Now it's really dumb. Since it doesn't save it, it's really weird that it asks you if you want to be a coward. Now, if it saved it, I could understand. Maybe you created it for a future playthrough. But since it doesn't save it, it's got to be for this playthrough. So I don't know why it asks if you really want to be it. Are you sure you want to select the class coward? Oh, yeah.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
I don't like your beard. After the sewers, then what?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
I think I got it. Let me see if I understand correctly. You're saying mess around, find some horses to steal, join some guilds, level up, and if I can't get a good price at the pawn shops for the Amulet of Kings, maybe I go find a priest who might want it. Is that right?
Take it easy. You'll be fine. I know this is a lot to take in all at once. No one's more surprised than me that I'm sending an escaped prisoner off with the Amulet of Kings. But the Emperor trusted you for a reason, and I trust the Emperor. The Amulet of Kings must get to Joffrey at Wayne Priory. He'll know what to do with it. Joffrey should know how to find the heir the Emperor spoke of. The amulet must reach Emperor Uriel's heir so a new Emperor can be crowned.
First of all, it's Jeffrey, and quit calling me an escaped prisoner. You let me out yourself. Y'all opened that wall up. You could have closed that wall and left me in prison. You chose not to do that. You are an accessory to the escape. If I'm an escaped prisoner, you're an accessory to the escape. You, sir, are a bearded criminal. So, I think it's better if you didn't call me an escaped prisoner anymore, but instead call me by my class. You call me a coward. You got that? Now, what about you? What will you do?
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
But you're going to stay and guard a dead body rather than guard the Amulet of Kings, even though the whole fate of the known world rests in getting this Amulet of Kings to Jeffrey. You're going to trust a so-called escaped prisoner to not pawn the Amulet of Melikim, but to get it to Jeffrey. And you think it's more important to guard a corpse than to guard the future of the Empire. I see why he chose you. By the way, this game is gorgeous and it's running gorgeously. And as soon as we escape the sewers, we're gonna save it. By the way, I can also, you notice we had a key to that gate all the time. See, this is the gate we came through. Remember where he said, the gate is locked, and he cried and moaned and all of that. And because they couldn't get through that gate, the Emperor was killed. Remember all that? Well, how come I can suddenly unlock it? See, Boris had the key all the time. Boris conspired to get the Emperor killed. Because he had the key to that gate. Remember, he just gave me a key? And sure enough, it just opened that gate. And if they'd gotten through that gate, the assassins never would have gotten to the Emperor. Boris was in cahoots with the Mythic Dawn. He had the Emperor killed. Now here, this is where all the DLC pop-ups used to show up. Like Vile Lair or something like that. You get a bunch of pop-ups about so-and-so died and left you their underground cavern or some stuff, and you don't even know what it's about. You know, put together all the pieces of such and such and you get this reward. And it's right at the beginning here and you don't know what any of it's about. But you get all these DLC pop-ups right here. So I'm glad those are gone. And things look gorgeous even though we're in a dank dungeon. Although that sewer water doesn't look so drinkable, so don't drink that. And again, I think the roaches are just for visual purposes, because nobody seems to actually interact with them. I mean, it is a nice touch, don't get me wrong. Who doesn't want roaches in their game? I try to play this in chapters for my channel. It never works out. So obviously the first chapter here would be tutorial. And the tutorial would end when we get out that that gate there. That's why I'm bringing it up. So remember, if you enjoyed this, consider subscribing. We're trying to build up a new channel. We need subscribers. We're asking people to like our videos, to share them with your friends, your enemies, your MyFace people, your YouTube buddies, your X people who follow you on X, whatever that is. TikTok, I've never been on TikTok. I don't know what it is. Instagram, whatever, your social media. Share our stuff with them. Watch full videos and then watch another full video. The higher percentage of a video you watch, the more likely it is that YouTube will recommend it to others. That's why it said watch full videos. Most videos are watched for 3 seconds. I don't mean on my channel, I mean on YouTube. And so, if you watch 50% of it, then the video will be elevated above similar videos where people only watch 3% of it. So the higher percentage of a video you watch, the more elevated it'll be. And if you watch a whole video and then you go to another video on the same channel and watch that whole video, both of those videos will be elevated much higher in the YouTube algorithms. Having said that, thank you for being here. I'm going to shoot another video after this one. Have a great day. I just hit the wrong command.